I'm a big fan of Pete Dye. For me, he's been my favorite modern architect. I love the tricks he plays. He's big on his optical illusions. You'll see a lot of them this week. Bunkers that look like they're close together and not, they're staggered. There's a lot of room out there. He loves to kind of create a tension on a tee shot all the way through his career. He's designed incredible golf courses, and this one's fascinating.
LIV golfer Paul Casey with some high praise for legendary course designer Pete Dye in the club at Chatham Hills, which is the final course that Pete actually got in the dirt and was hands-on in designing in the layout in his iconic career. Well, we began our show this week at Chatham Hills with a look at how Westfield is leveraging events like LIV Golf to become one of Indiana's fastest growing cities. Westfield, though, not alone. Communities large and small around the state are getting into the sports tourism game. And here now with more on the growing sports movement in the state, pleased to be joined as always by Indiana Destination Development Corporation Interim CEO Amy Howell. And Amy, great to see you.
Great to see you.
As you look at Westfield, we were there earlier in the week. A lot of activity, a lot of excitement around LIV Golf. What does that mean in terms of there's economic impact, but also exposure?
Absolutely. I mean, it's putting global golf on the map for Indiana. This is a huge tournament. Westfield's going to be bringing in big bucks economically. Visitor attraction, of course, what we like to see. But, it's about bringing people into Indiana, get them to experience things, get them to eat at our restaurants. Maybe they'll come back, go to school. Maybe they'll live here, grow our population and our workforce as well.
Yeah, which is a big goal, I know. You talk about Pete Dye. I know there's a Pete Dye Trail that was established a few years ago that you're promoting to get more people into the state.
Absolutely. Golf is big business, more than 20 million in the state of Indiana alone. Brickyard, one of a kind. Nobody has, let alone a Pete Dye golf course inside a track and IMS to boot. French Lick, the Pete Dye course at French Lick. Beautiful on the rolling hills. I mean, you two at Purdue, they're fantastic. They're every golfer's dream because they're so hard. And he created, the one at French Lick, he wrote down his sketches on a napkin. It's amazing.
Very cool. Sports tourism, as mentioned in the open here, very big, a growing segment of the economy for Indiana. As you look at that, communities large and small, in Mishawaka, a new field house has been built up there. Closer to home, Noblesville, the Arena Innovation Mile. How big is that industry in terms of sports in Indiana?
It's big and it's growing. Sports Corp said 190 million last year in sports tourism alone, economic impact. So these communities, they're getting on the right bandwagon because if you have kids that play travel ball, you're driving 50 plus miles to go to any kind of event, whether it's softball, whether it's baseball, whatever it is. It's big businesses for those cities, the hotel rooms, the restaurants, everything that goes into an event.
And these cities, again, large and small, smaller communities as well, obviously see potential there because they're investing in these arenas and field houses and places for folks to play.
Absolutely. So Indiana Sports Corp has a bid fund that's through the legislature, $2 million per year. And so they can say, hey, I want the LIV tournament to come to my city and here's what I can have to offer for it. And they can go request grant dollars for that. So
and that is probably really gets to the heart of the competitive nature of this. Indiana and these communities are competing not just in the state, but they're competing all over the country with other communities. Right?
Absolutely. And that's why it's a big deal that LIV's coming to Westfield because it's an international event. We're not just talking, our neighbors from Ohio to see us, but visitors internationally. And like I said, that attraction piece of it, that's what the Office of Commerce is trying to do, is get people to see the gems that Indiana has to offer.
Big business getting bigger as well. Amy Howell, Indiana Destination Development Corporation. Great to see you as always.
Thank you for having me.
All right.